Beautiful, smart, and super strong? You've met girls like that, yes? If not, then it's time to get acquainted. Strongman world and European champion Olga Liashchuk. Ukrainian Olga Liashchuk is well known among the world's strongmen. In Finland in 2014, she became the world champion female strongman. She then won a prize at the Arnold Classic, a prestigious competition in the United States, followed by a victory at the European Championship in the deadlift competition. Recently, at the World's Strongest Woman 2016 competition in Doncaster, England, Olga achieved the bronze medal. Olga claims she could not have done better, but unfortunately she had a cold and did not perform as well as she hoped. At the event, 14 of the most powerful women performed 5 exercises per day. One such exercise required participants to carry a 25-kilogram weight 20 meters. Another event was the Viking press, in which weightlifters needed to lift 115 kilograms as many times as possible. Olga lifted it 11 times. And of course there's the medley, performed by 2 Ukrainian strongwomen, Olga Liashchuk and Lydia Hunko. They were required to duck walk in one direction with 140 kilograms for 20 meters. Then farmers walk back with 105 kilograms in each hand. Ukraine dominated almost the entire podium. Lydia won silver, Olga won bronze, and Donna Moore from Britain won gold. I don't know where my strength came from, but I had this absolute certainty I was going to win. I succeeded, and I'm satisfied with the results. For those who are not familiar with iron lifting and heavy weights, it's hard to imagine how much a person needs to prepare for these competitions. It's very difficult to find the necessary equipment, and those that are available do not always meet international standards. But the challenges only harden us. The preferred place of training of the strongest woman is an Obalone gym. This yoke weighs 259 kilograms. I will need it to lift and carry it 20 meters forward and 20 meters backward. It's now empty, but on the sides we usually attach 50-kilogram weighted plates. We have to run back and forth with it as quickly as possible. In the strongman competition, speed training is also important. Heavy weightlifting by an athlete is not a guarantee of success. Mobility and endurance are also important. Olga has become convinced with this idea after several international competitions. They are so heavy and big, 120 and 130 kilograms. But as my training increases, the weights become easier. The training process is very important. I am in better shape and can accomplish more because I do a lot of cardio exercises. I can jog for 3 hours non-stop. In my free time, I walk in the park. Most lifters just concentrate on weight training, not running like me. When Olga started to train for strongman, she already had a pretty decent athletic past. Born and raised in Donetsk, there were no strongmen in her family, but they were sport savvy. My dad, I remember, gave me a bicycle. They brought it from Spain because he practiced cycling and thought that I would also be a cyclist. He taught me how to jump the curb. We had to weld the wheel 5 times. As a child, Olga did not even think about weightlifting, about being strong, or even strong-willed, overcoming the difficulties of life until trouble came to her family. My mom had cancer, and at one point, I could have lost my entire family. I think this moment in my childhood motivated me to become strong and help those in need. My mom recovered and life went on as usual, thankfully. Athletics and hurdling became Olga's primary activity in school. 5th grader Olga easily outran 11th graders. Then came pole vaulting. After all, which Donetsk native has not dreamed of legendary Ukrainian pole vaulter Sergei Bubka's glory? I also became a master of sports, the title given to a sports champion of Ukraine.
В университет сюда в Киев, магистратуру, и параллельно начала заниматься перетягиванием каната.
Olga entered a graduate school in Kiev and began practicing tug of war. Here, Olga Liashchuk met coach Mihailo Geraskevich. Olga came aboard our team. I liked her. She was invited to join the national team. She took part in the World Games in 2009 in Taiwan, where we won 5th place. After the World Games, our team disbanded for different reasons.
Спортивных играх в 2009 году в Тайване, где мы заняли 5-е место высокое. Но после Всемирных игр команда через несколько месяцев прекратила существование. Потом Ольга...
Later on, Olga was invited onto the Ukrainian rugby team. She played there until suffering a knee injury.
Выступала до получения травмы колена.
I helped her with the rehabilitation process and persistently insisted that she try her hand in the women's strongman competition. First, Olga hesitated, but eventually she settled and accepted a challenge to crush watermelons. In 2014, representatives of the Guinness Book of World Records were looking for a new world record holder. Olga and her coach were invited to Italy for a competition. There, in 14 seconds, she crushed 3 watermelons, weighing about 4 kilograms with her hips. This boosted the 29-year-old Ukrainian woman into the Guinness Book of World Records and scored her gigs on TV shows in Europe. We're all eager to see her on the air. Crushing watermelons is Olga's trademark. She demonstrated this at a press conference in Kiev. On the count of 3, we whistle, and Olga will set a new world record. 1, 2, 3. The record was set. There was a watermelon popping. Record setting is a hobby for Olga. She set the last world record with Lidia Hunko in the double deadlift. Initially, she broke the record of Ukraine by lifting 400 kilograms, and then aimed for the world record, 410 kilograms. Of course, she broke it. Now the plan is to pull a train or a plane. Even the coach is concerned about the impact of her devotion or obsession to the sport. I often have to remind her, Olga, above all, you're a woman. You're a woman in first place. While competition and athleticism are important, never forget that you are a woman. You rarely meet people who devote themselves to such a sport with such passion and enthusiasm. Olga listens to her coach and tries to devote time to her appearance. Outside of work, she prefers to dress in heels. 177 centimeters tall and weighing 87 kilograms, she can afford to do this.
When I get
some time off, I walk to the park or go to church wearing a skirt or a dress. I have plenty of clothing options available, even more than when I compete. In an effort to look every bit as gorgeous during competitions, Olga tried her hand in the designing of clothes.
Мы открываем свою линию одежды «О-ля-ля».
We're opening our fashion line Ooh La La with our partners Hera. It's a Ukrainian brand. Our fashion line will be marketable with young wrestlers because they will know that the clothing they are performing in was designed by a real champion. I'll now be able to develop athletically, but also with clothing designing. I can't wrestle forever and should have a backup plan. Her life is now mainly devoted to weightlifting. In addition to training, she works as a coach in a fitness club. Most of her clients are men. They're not afraid of dealing with a very strong woman. She actually inspires them. Olga is a demanding coach, but she is an honest coach. She knows when a person can rise to the challenge. If she feels you can't go on, she will not force it. That's how we try to work in tandem. Now, we hear about her trips to London to compete and conduct interviews. She recently just returned. We're extremely proud of her and support her 100%. Taya has been training under Olga's supervision for 3 years. She can't get enough of her coach and strives to be just like her. She says men react differently to a strong woman. Some are surprised and say, why? A girl should not be that way. I think what a woman should be is a relative term. A woman can be feminine and sexy with Olga's physique, and indeed she is. Some men are very proud that there are women like Olga here in Ukraine. Olga's family situation continues to haunt her even while she succeeds. Parents and younger sister Nadia stayed in occupied Donetsk. Me and my coach Geraskevich and Lydia were returning from the European Championship after I won. As we approached the border with our trophies, I called my mother. She said, Olga, sorry, but Dad had a heart attack. They needed money immediately. This upset me because I worked extremely hard to win all my medals, to be on the podium, but my family still somehow suffers. I did not know how to help them.
Все медали, быть на пьедестале почета, а близкие вот почему-то страдают. В этом плане я даже не знала, как им помочь.
Olga considers her most important trophy the bronze medal from the Arnold Classic Tournament, which is held at the Schwarzenegger Tournament Complex in Columbus, Ohio. She never takes off the custom engraved ring, which is manufactured specially for the winners.
This is my trophy cup from the coolest event in the world, the Arnold Classic. This year I took third place. Next year I plan to go back and win it.
Knowing Olga, there is no doubt that she will make every effort to achieve her goal, and not just through building muscles in the gym. Her positive attitude in life, the desire to constantly discover something new, and the amazing strength of her mind will invariably lead to her success.